Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi and thank you so much for being here. Oh my God. Guys, I see a freaking gray hair in my mirror and it wouldn't be the first. You know what's really annoying about gray hair is that why is it like from someone else's head? The texture of a gray hair is like, it's nothing like this hair. It's like some crinkly ass old man put his hair into my head and it's like hard and I'm like, is my hair all gonna be like that when it turns gray? Like, does your hair turn really hard and wiry? I'm gonna have to pluck that later. I am super excited for today's video because it is sponsored by Hero Cosmetics. If you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know that I love Hero. I talk about their products a lot and I genuinely love using them. And I feel like so many of you guys have told me that you have also loved using their products, whether it's from the Clear Collective line, it's one of their pimple patches, or if it's their new Hero sunscreen, which I also did a video on talking about summer skincare that I can link up above. Today's video was going to happen whether or not Hero wanted to sponsor it, but we ended up talking because all of the products that I was going to talk about in this video of how I like to clear up a active pimple were from Hero, and so it just made sense. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Rudi and we talk about more than just my pimples on this channel, believe it or not, but it is a lot of what we talk about. We talk about skincare as a whole, mental health, we do vlogs, we talk about makeup and fashion as well, and I would love to have you subscribe. All right, so the main topic of this video is how I clear an active pimple in 4 steps. So I want to talk about this for a few reasons. One, as you know, I am on an acne medication called tretinoin, and if you don't know, that is a prescription strength acne medication. I have an entire playlist on it that I can link up above. Over the past few months, I have had issues with my skin that have been outside the realm of something that tretinoin can fix, and so I have not been using it. I know, I can't believe that. But while my skin has been healing and it's looking pretty good now, I have been using these products to make sure that any one-off pimples that come up are being treated and can be cleared without any scarring. So if you are someone who gets one-off inflamed pimples that really bother you and can leave scarring, this video is absolutely for you. We're gonna talk about steps 1 through 4 of the things that I use, not only to keep it from coming up in the first place, but if it does come up, how to treat it and how to keep it from scarring. So let's hop right in. Step number 1, if you see a blackhead, a whitehead, or a pustule coming to the surface and you can tell that it's getting angry, but it's not quite at the point of being ready to be popped or to be sucked out by a pimple patch, the best thing that you can do is apply an acne medication or an acne cleanser. Do you see Penny walking around in the background? Penelope! Her little tail. Bobby, please sit. The one that I use every time I feel like I have an area that is starting to create a lot of pimples is the Exfoliating Jelly Cleanser from the Clear Collective line from Hero Cosmetics. As you can see, I'm pretty much halfway through because both me and my husband use this, and this is actually my 2nd bottle. To me, this is a powerhouse cleanser, but is also incredibly gentle and can be used on all skin types. I have super sensitive skin, so if I use this at night, I won't put on a treatment step after it. I consider this my exfoliating treatment, and I wouldn't use this on the same night as a prescription strength acne medication just to keep your skin from drying out. This cleanser uses glycolic and mandelic acids to exfoliate, as well as PHAs and willow bark extract. It's really a great combination, and on top of that, the texture is so beautiful. It doesn't feel like your typical foaming acne cleanser. It actually feels quite gentle on the skin, and you'll really want to put this on the area that you feel is breaking out, and sometimes I'll let it sit for a little while I do the rest of my body care in the shower and then wash it off. On to step 2, which is my favorite step in the lineup and is very important, especially if you feel like step 1 unfortunately was too late for you. It was too late in the game and the pimple is going to come up no matter what you do. When you are feeling like you are at the point of poppage and you really just want to pick at your skin, it's so important that you don't, to prevent your scarring. And so the best thing that you can do is apply a pimple patch. These are the Mighty Patch Originals and Mighty Patch Invisibles from Hero Cosmetics, and they are by far my favorite pimple patches on the market. These are best used when your pimple has come to a whitehead and you can sort of see that pus coming to the surface. Once you apply these and leave them on for 6 hours, so typically I like to wear these overnight, when you pull it off, it's going to take all of the gunk out of your pimple and it's going to sit on the hydrocolloid patch which is what these are made of. I'm assuming if you're on my channel, you know what hydrocolloid is, but it's basically a bandage that helps suck infections and bacteria out of wounds. It was used in the war, and now we take little circles and put them on our pimples. I'm gonna insert a video of me using one over 6 hours so you guys can see that it actually pulled the entire pimple out of my forehead. These were a godsend for me this summer while I was dealing with some really inflamed, mad acne on my forehead. It kept me from picking at them, and it kept me from really always having my greasy little hands on my face. I will say the Mighty Patches are one of the most, if not the most, sticky patches that I've used, which means it's really gonna suck that gunk up and it's going to stay on your face all night, regardless of if you're rolling around, because I do, which is good because you don't want them falling off in the middle of the night. And then for a bonus, I like to use the invisible patches during the day. You can put makeup on top of them. They are just as sucky, but they're not as visible as the regular Mighty Patch Original. If you're interested in trying out the Mighty Patches and you haven't used them yet, you can get 15% off using my code here on the Hero Cosmetics website, and let me know how you like them. Okay, so we have cleansed the area and tried to prevent the acne from coming up. If it came to a whitehead, we've used the patch and we've pulled it off. So now the pimple has been extracted of all of its bacteria and all of that gunk that's inside of it, but it's still red and it needs to be healed rather than us to extract any more out of it. The next step for me is just as important, because what's going to keep your skin from getting mad and turning back into a pimple or getting mad and turning into a scar is really moisturizing the skin and keeping it protected so that it doesn't turn into those things in the future. Although it's important to moisturize your whole face, it's incredibly important to really keep that area moisturized so that your skin can help heal itself in that process. And I love using the Hero Cosmetics Rescue Balm for that purpose. So I feel like there's a lot of confusion around this product and what it does. So this is a post-recovery cream for your acne, or really for any inflammation that you may have. The best time to use this, like I said, is when the pimple has already been extracted and it's mostly flattened, but it's red and it needs to be healed and the skin is still kind of broken or dry. It's a very thick cream, so you don't want to go overboard. That's why it's in such a small tube, because a little bit will go a long way. And I will use this at night on those specific pinpointed areas to make sure that it is super hydrated and that my skin can recover while I'm sleeping. Also, in general, as a bonus, I like to use this all around my mouth, especially on tretinoin or after tretinoin nights when I get just general dryness, and I feel like it just amps up my moisturizer and really keeps me from getting flaky. On top of it being a super moisturizing and hydrating product, it also has beta-glucane and panthenol in it to help repair all of the sensitivity in your skin. It's just a powerhouse product. I think it's super underrated. I always have one of these on hand because I feel like my skin is somewhat always irritated, and because I'm acne prone, I want to make sure to avoid scarring as much as possible, and hydrating your skin afterwards, and of course wearing sunscreen, are some of the best ways to do that. Okay, the pimple life cycle continues. We've patched, we've healed it. Things are pretty much flattened and not red anymore. Let's say you've done all of this and you're still noticing hyperpigmentation. Okay, that is where the Lightening Wand comes into play. This is a very popular product in their line, and it is their dark spot brightening serum. I love this packaging, and I love the fact that it's in a wand format. I've actually talked about this in a favorites video before. I can link up above. I just love the fact that it is a serum inside of a roll-on wand, because I really don't like using dark spot serums all over my face, because I don't deal with hyperpigmentation all over, but rather in very specific areas or from a healing pimple. This product has vitamin C, niacinamide, and tranexamic acid in it to help lighten those spots, and it's a very pinpointed product. I personally like to use this at night because I noticed that during the day it does darken a little bit when it's left on your skin, which I find can be kind of hard to cover with makeup, so I just prefer to use it in the evenings. I like to make sure I'm using this on a night when I just have on a moisturizer and I haven't used any real active ingredients, because I want to let this do the most work on my hyperpigmentation and on my scarring. These two work very well together, but again, as I said, if you feel like this just didn't do the trick for you and you're left with a dark brown mark or some sort of mark from your acne and it's still fresh, this is going to clear it up for you. It works on old scars as well, but I think the fresher it is, the better results you're going to have as your skin is turning over on that 28-day cycle. And I know that's quite a bougie routine for just one pimple, but if you're like me and you love skincare and you love trying out new things and you want to get into a good routine that you know you can rely on when you have a pimple, this is it. Let me know down below what your steps are for clearing a pimple, if you have any holy grail ingredients or holy grail products that you use. You know, I'd love to test them out. And if you have any questions about these products or hero cosmetics in general, please let me know. I would be happy to answer them. I promise I'm going to give you an update on my tretinoin journey very soon, because in just a few weeks I will be at my 2-year mark and we'll talk about the little break that I've taken. We have a lot to talk about, so I will see you guys in the next video really soon. Bye!